end. Here we go. Windtech active trim technology opens up a ton of advantages. Did I sound too hectic? Did I sound relaxed? Want me to back it off?
Back it off a little bit.
Windtech active trim technology opens up a ton of advantages for your sailing ease and performance. Pretty happy with that?
Pretty happy with that, yeah. For the first time ever, you can buy one board which has the performance of several boards.
You can customise the board to exactly how you like to ride, or if the conditions change, you can change your board just with the turn of a dial. Is the line you had?
Oh, I said that, what did I say?
Here are some of the questions that we're...
Here are some of the questions we are most frequently asked about setting up the tail.
There are no hard and fast rules on how to set up the tail. That was good. Maybe one more.
One of the best analogies I can put forward is to compare this to the downhaul on a sail. If you back the screw off and create more flex, you're in effect doing the same thing as downhauling a sail. As it gets windier and you want to lose some power on the board, you back off the screw, allow the tail to flex, i.e. similar to opening up the leech of a sail. You reduce the lift in the tail and allow the board just to sit back slightly. When I came off the backs of waves, I was able just to kick my leg down like Anders said and sort of like line it up for the next one. It's got and skip over the top of it. Suspension, as you've always said.
When the tail is loose with travel, it has a very similar effect to suspension, which allows you to be able to sail longer and easier.
Yeah, we'll use that.
Something like that.
Well, why did you stop? Keep going.
I kind of lost my train of thought.
Because if you say to someone it's allowing the board to breathe, they go, you know, sea breeze will cut you to shreds. They go, what the fuck do you mean we're breathing? For lighter wind conditions, you have the screw down touching the carbon fibre plate so that it can't flex.
And also the difference between riding on the river or in flatter, shorter chop as opposed to the ocean, it's almost two different sports. I'm using a lot more travel in the plate in the ocean because you tend to be riding in troughs and you want more curve to match the water state.
You can just apply a little bit of back foot pressure and aim yourself for the back of the next trough and skip over the top of it without having the front of the board catching.
Whereas on the river, for example, where it's a flatter, shorter chop, generally speaking, I tend to be riding more in the hardtail mode or closer to it because that allows the rocker to match more closely those conditions.
For ocean conditions, absolutely what Matt said. You're far more likely to sail with it with more travel. We were actually sailing yesterday with 7.9 metre sails and I turned it down onto the plate to get a little bit more what I thought was control over the crests of waves. And I must have lost about 2 or 3 knots of speed by just not being able to free up and glide over the chop. It was sort of almost choking the board. And when I went into shore and backed it off, it was astounding, the difference. It was, you know, I mean, I probably picked up 2 knots of speed. It makes a massive difference.
If you had a normal hardtail board, you know, you're kind of stuck with what you have.
Well, if you had a normal hardtail board, that would be it. You'd have to try and overcome those things with your ability rather than having to just have a little bit of an aid. I mean, it'd be like going in, being overpowered with your sail and not being able to put any downhaul on it. You'd be pretty much screwed. So it's really about customizing and getting to know your board like you do your sail.
The heavier riders are probably they're still using the adjustment, but they're using maybe half of the travel, as a general rule, not always.
Yep.
They tend to be using less of the adjustment. The lighter riders, I find, are using the whole travel when they need it and tend to be moving the screw more. So,
the hard and fast rules generally are light air, there is little travel, and for strong conditions, back it off. There's a huge range, and that's the beauty about this, is you can customize the way the board rides to how you like to sail.
One thing I noticed, if you really value like more of a free riding style where you really just want to rip into some nice jibes, maybe do some carving 360s, it's a move I'm pretty into. Setting the tail at or near full travel just makes an amazing difference to how the board casts. You know, it's about the whole windsurfing experience. So, you know, we're stoked to bring jibing back. Let's get some sick laydowns, and you can do it all with your race gear if you want.
Yeah.
That's just a general rundown on the dynamics of the active trim technology. But being able to tune how the board rides just with the twist of a dial is a massive advantage. We think you're going to love it.
And once you've ridden it, you won't want to go back. I mean, that's what the guy said to me. He said, I can't believe it. He said, it actually works.
We can't believe it either. It works. Who knew?
Yeah.